Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 29th of December, the fifth day of Christmas. I hope you're still celebrating. Today we're going to read a brief passage from Luke from chapter 2, where the baby Jesus is taken to the temple. He has to be circumcised on the eighth day and named, and then perhaps at a later time, we're not sure, but they go back to the temple to have him purified according to the law and make a sacrifice and things. And so in verse 25 of chapter 2, we meet a man named Simeon. He's righteous and devout, and he's been looking for the Messiah for years, many, many years. The Spirit revealed to him that he would meet the Messiah, and he's been there waiting. So this crazy man comes running up to Mary and Joseph and sees their baby and takes the baby and begins to praise God. And he says, "Master, now you are dismissing your servant in peace, according to your word. For mine eyes have seen your salvation, which you have prepared in the sight of all people, a light for revelation to the Gentiles and for glory to your people Israel." That little hymn there, the thing that Simeon says, is known in the church history as the Nunc Dimittis, from the Latin title, the Latin version of it. Now you are dismissing. Now you're dismissing your servant, it says, who is a light for revelation to the Gentiles. So this baby will bring spiritual light to all these people who live in darkness, the Gentiles, our ancestors living in darkness. And we find as we come to that light that we put our trust in him, in that light, in his teaching and in his actions. We put our trust there, and we find that life is not that much different on one level, but on another level, it's very different. The last several nights in our house, we've been watching The Lord of the Rings. And in those movies, several times each evening, the two main characters, who are hobbits, pause and reflect. And one of them will say to the other, "Do you think we'll ever see the Shire again? Do you remember the Shire, the rural, idyllic, pastoral sort of place where they lived?" And they'll reflect on how good the strawberries taste and how nice the flowers are and how good it is to gather at the pub with their friends and have a beer and sing. And they wonder if they'll ever get there again. Well, to make a very long story quite short, they do. And they're able to enjoy the Shire. But this time it's changed because they're no longer innocent. They have the memory of this journey and this long fight against the very real powers of evil. And eventually they destroy the powers of evil, but that's for another time. If we could be like those hobbits, if we could see that, yeah, life might be the same, but now we have faith in Jesus, which makes everything that is the same also very different. See you tomorrow. Merry Christmas.